Let's meet the starters for your Philadelphia 76ers. 6'7", number 9, Terry Oubre Jr. At 6'8", number 8, Paul George. At the shooting guard position, 6'4", number 77, DJ.
And we talk about experimenting with lineups early on, DB. What are some examples of that?
Well, you can have two extremes, right, in the modern NBA. Most teams need some sort of small ball lineup that they finish with, but we are also increasingly starting to see teams play with multiple bigs on the floor. You have to be able to have multiple tools in your toolbox.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. On the block, it's Tatum with Kata. The guard pair, it's White and Brown. And it's Hauser in at the 3 spot. Now here's Brown. Outside Tatum. Drills the three-pointer.
How about the answer from Jason Tatum? Say it with your chest, Jason.
And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sidelines.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. We talked about his approach in guarding Jason Tatum. He said, we want to crowd Tatum right from the jump and prevent him from getting into an early rhythm, especially from deep. Because when his three-point shot is falling, it opens up the rest of his game. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Now here's Embiid. He's had his share of big nights at the offensive end, that's for sure. His scoring average is at 18 points a game. 4 on the shot clock. Can't hit that one. Austin's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Takes the 3, and the basket by Hauser.
What a find by Tatum. Draws the defense and kicks it out to 3.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Tatum. Maxey, no good.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Oh, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Following the bucket by the Celtics.
Just knows where to go. Embiid positioning himself perfectly to get the putback.
White against Maxey. Here's Tatum. And another basket for Boston.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Well, Greg, we know at his peak, Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds and move like he did, not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
Tatum got the loose ball, but that will be a backcourt violation. Maxey against White. Embiid inside. The rebound by Kata. Boston leading by 3. Here's Brown. Excellent D there from George.
Boy, that is tough defense. Exactly how you want to play him.
Oubre outside. Embiid kicks to Maxey. Off target with his 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the dunk by Tatum.
Well, just the power and authority sends a powerful message to the defense. Go to work, Jason Tatum.
Pass to Edgecombe. The 3 from George. The rebound by Kata. Kata's got 4 rebounds now tonight. In the corner, Tatum with it. And the 3 ball is good. Tatum's got 12.
Watch out. Tatum's going to stretch the defense all over the place if he's knocking down threes from the corner.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And Philadelphia has possession.
Timeout.
8-point game. And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Now we have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Jason Tatum.
They say defense wins championships. Well, it also wins awards, and his defense during this stretch has been nothing short of jaw-dropping. He has been disruptive with his challenges and has accounted for a metric ton of turnovers with his ball hawks. You have to give it up to this man.
Here's White. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Sinks the triple. He's got 8.
And one of the many ways Maxey could hurt you with his shooting, lightning fast on that release.
Drains the three-pointer.
But you can see the team is just continuing to call his number. Until the defense figures it out, it ain't going to change.
Now, here's Maxey. Coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Now, here's Oubre. Defense is right there. That one goes in.
Well, how about the length and athletic ability of Kelly Oubre Jr.? Go ahead in there.
Pass to Queta. Here's Brown. And it's Boston with another.
Listen, we know this guy has got a solid offensive arsenal. You've got to stay on point defensively.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Trailing here by 8 to the paint. That falls. Nice speed that time from Jordan. That's 10 points for Tyrese Maxey.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good. And some changes here for the 76ers. Andre Drummond's checked in for Embiid. Edwards comes in for Oubre. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Edgecombe.
Boy, if you think about everything Jason Tatum does for his team, it's at a high level. And he doesn't ever get the full recognition he deserves. This guy is the very definition of franchise player.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Lowry's checked in. The Celtics also changing it up. Walsh is checked in. And it's Gonzalez in for Brown.
Can't let Lowry get comfortable from beyond the arc because he's more than capable of hurting you from there.
Now here's Gonzalez. Here's Walsh. Can't connect from 13 feet out. The 76ers trail by 5. George passes to Lowry. It's Grimes on the wing. They get the rebound. Drummond finds Grimes. From outside the arc, and Kyle Lowry with the 3. Lowry's got a couple of threes now in the first with the 76ers. Boston's gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. Here's Walsh. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Philadelphia shooting at a nice 53% rate to start the game. They're sticking to the campaign.
My goodness, that is power through contact. Andre Drummond showing you the kind of strength he plays with.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Arlo's checked in, and Trendon Watford subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Pass to Shireman. Over Grimes. Boston again missing. 1:35 left here in the first quarter. Here's Barlow. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Shot clock at 6. Now Grimes.
Boston foul.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
The other thing they're doing is making plays off the bounce. And boy, once they get a step, they're getting all the way.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. And Terry's subbed in for Trendon Watford. Left side, Tatum. They can't stop the run with that one. The 76ers leading by 3. Pass to Grimes. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. The shot missing. Embiid's gone 1 of 4 so far. And there's the drive. Basket good. Now Grimes. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Here's Barlow. And here's Embiid. Vucevic defending. That one is good from Joel Embiid. Embiid's got his second basket of the game.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
Here's Terry. Rebounded by Vucevic.
Oh, the defense very willing to live with that mid-range jumper.
That one goes. Count it. 19 points for Jason Tatum.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
At the line for 2.
And he sinks the second. Tatum wide open. He fired. Wow! Unbelievable!
Can't do it much better than that right before the clock expires.
What a way to...
Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for Philadelphia. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
They've got Edwards. Lowry out there with Quentin Grimes. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Barlow in at the 4 spot. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Here's Tatum. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Tatum's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Boston. Pritchard against Lowry. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
This guy has spent a lot of his career in the painted area and knows how to finish. Kyle Lowry inside.
Here's Shireman. Oh, good with the triple. The 76ers shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Grimes with the bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
While there's a chance, let's show you the teams that have thrived on the fast break this season. The 76ers third. In fourth, the Celtics.
And both squads extremely adept in transition. They like to get out and run, guys. And this is a battle of greyhounds.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Misses from close range. Boston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Tatum passes to Pritchard. Back to Tatum. Tatum automatic.
Jason Tatum is a thirsty scorer, and right now filling it up.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. And timeout called by Nick Nurse. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You take a look at the 76ers. Off to a great start this season, currently in second. And, of course, Boston, a game and a half out.
And for Philadelphia, what an ideal start for them this season. I mean, it takes some teams a while to kind of come together. Not this group. They were ready right from the start.
And what a good feeling it is to play such high-quality basketball so early in the season. This kind of start sets the foundation for what could be a monster year.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Grimes passes to Embiid. Shoots over Vucevic. Embiid, no good. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
Well, they were on the wrong side of a very close matchup last time they met. But what a great game.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Jason Tatum keeping the main thing the main thing. He said there are players that get caught up in the lifestyle and they choose that over the game. The money is a plus, yes, but I truly love the game because I love basketball, not for the things that come with it. Kevin, back over to you.
You'll love to hear it. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Embiid is at the elbow. Rebound, Boston. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Maxey's checked in. Jaylen Brown's checked in for the Celtics. A shot by Pritchard, no good. The 76ers trail by 6 to the inside. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, fans becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons. Front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to endure the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That is so true. Shams, thank you very much for the report.
You think about what Jaylen Brown brings to the table. Elite athleticism, three-point shot making, attacking the rim in transition, so much to like.
Here's Maxey. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. 14 points for Tyrese Maxey. White drives in, and it's Hauser in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. The 76ers trail. And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Edgecombe. He's covered by Brown. And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Derek White.
Sixers ENT.
Oubre kicks to Maxey. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Offensively, Maxey can be such a problem. He attacks you with that relentless energy.
George against Tatum. Back to White. Outside Tatum. 5 on the clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Here's Brown. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The 76ers have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Count that bucket.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
White inside. He's covered by Maxey. Brown's shot is good.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Outside, George tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And a guy who has a quick release and has distance to his shots, Derek White doors converts his chances.
You know what, Kev? There's so many things to love about Derek White. He's arguably the greatest shot-blocking guard in the league. He has a knack for making big shots, and the thing that maybe is most impressive is he gets past grenades at the end of a shot clock and has the temperament to stand in and deliver. Boy, how impressive is the quickness Jaylen Brown possesses. This guy sprints hard toward the cup on every drive.
Down low, here's Oubre, and finished off by Oubre.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Andre Drummond's checked in for the 76ers. Boston also with the sub. Pritchard, he's checked in for Sam Hauser. Brown inside the line. Tyrese Maxey grabs the miss. And it's Maxey with the ball for the 76ers. It's a 5-point game. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
Sam Hauser's checked in for the Celtics. Back to Tatum. Tatum throws it from distance.
Even though they have the lead, this guy keeping his foot on the gas pedal, I love it.
Here's Edgecombe. He's covered by Brown. And here's Maxey outside. Outside for George. He's looking for Drummond and finds him.
The shot goes up. You've got to put a body on Andre Drummond. This guy's so good off the offensive window.
Here's White. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Boy, easy pickings from that distance. More of that, please.
Maxey passes to Oubre. Knocks down the 3-ball. Oubre's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, this is an area of his game that he has stepped up from his entry point into the league. Kelly Oubre has got to be taken seriously from downtown right now.
George against Tatum. Out to White. Fires from deep. The rebound by Paul George. George has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. From deep, Maxey. That ball. Nice speed that time from George. And now just a 1-point Celtic lead. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. White the pass to Hauser. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's Tatum, and that's off the glass and in. Tatum's got 37.
Well, you love the way Tatum will take the mid-range if it opens up to him.
Nobody near George, and they're unable to get the tying basket there. And here's Tatum for 3. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Boston Celtics. And with his work in that quarter, he has 5 3-pointers in the game now. Quite a showing from long range. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Back to the center court. And get ready for the Fed half-court shot run.
Welcome, folks. The Philadelphia...
The bench has stepped up to where I could see a couple of those guys closing out this game.
Yeah, we'll see how the second half goes, but...
And looking ahead, here's what's to come later on tonight in the NBA. The Knicks playing in New York City as they go up against the Grizzlies. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time is the tip-off.
I'm predicting a somewhat...
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but, boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. On the block, it's Tatum with Cato. The guard pair, it's White and Brown. And it's Hauser in at the 3. And here's Maxey outside. The rebound by Cato. Celtics leading by 6. Brown kicks to Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Tatum's got 42 in the game.
Oh, he's been a man on a mission, and there's nothing that's slowing him down.
Here's Maxey. It's deflected. And here is Tatum. Over George. Tatum no good. The 76ers shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. And that one's good. Maxey.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. Here are the team leaders in steals. You need to play heads up against these squads. 4th, the 76ers.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
The 76ers trail by 6. Launches a 3. Another miss by Maxey.
Still looking for his first triple of the half. He had 3 at the break.
Brown finds Tatum. Here's White. Off target from outside. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. George passes to Oubre. Over to the left wing. Here's Embiid. Embiid owns the lane.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Tatum against George. There's Brown with the 3. Oubre pulls it in.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And George gets it to go.
And 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Here's Maxey. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Been a tough stretch for this guy right now. Looking a little out of sorts.
Here's Tatum. Boston again missing.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. That's in his wheelhouse for sure.
George passes to Maxey. Pass to Edgecombe. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For the tie. Rebounded by the Celtics. Greg, we know something every scout liked about B.J. Edgecombe was his raw physical ability.
Yeah, many thought he was already NBA ready in terms of his physique. He's fast, he's strong, and he can just leap out of the gym. No waiting for him to fill out. This guy is ready to go. And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Well, you see the effectiveness of Jason Tatum in close. Don't sleep on both his strength and his length.
That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from George.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Tatum finds Hauser. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 4 assists now tonight.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc. And a moment here to see the numbers for Oubre. Putting up about 10 points a night. I mean, the numbers aren't bad on their own, but he knows that he can help this team in a bigger way.
And sometimes it comes down to the flow of the offense. One night it's your night, another night perhaps it's somebody else's.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you. The Sixers, they want to get over the top. Joel Embiid said, I've accomplished everything individually. But there's one thing missing, which is to win a championship. We have to do whatever it takes to make sure that in the postseason, I'm healthy and as dominant as I've ever been. Back to you.
His health is key. Allie, we appreciate the report.
Well, whether it's a defensive adjustment or he's gone just a bit cold, that efficiency has really fallen off this quarter.
Philadelphia's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third.
Second team foul.
Walker, Joel Embiid.
And you've got to admire the toughness that Embiid plays with. He doesn't let fouls stop him from scoring.
Boston trailing. And White kicks to Brown. Boston again missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Hauser the pass to Tatum. Fires for 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Now here's Oubre. Hauser defending. Such a wide open look. Embiid's got the lead up to 4 now for the 76ers. Boston's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Tatum strides in there for the basket.
Well, you can see the level of aggression. If Jason Tatum sees a window of opportunity to drive it, he will expose it.
And here's Maxey outside. The 76ers, another 3.
Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night. 3 in the first half.
In the corner, Tatum with it. And stolen by White. Tatum with the finish on a beautiful break.
Well, this is who we know Derek White is. Excellent anticipation defensively. And what does he do? He makes sure his teammate gets an opportunity.
George finds Maxey. Over in the corner, Edgecombe. Three-pointers off the mark. Celtics trail by 3. Tatum passes to Queta. And here's Brown outside. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
He seems to have just lost his touch. Only 1 for his first 5 here in the quarter.
Another miss by Philadelphia. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. White, good.
You have to have a quick release in the catch-and-shoot game. Otherwise, you allow the defender to catch up. Derek White's like, no, sir, I'm putting this one home. Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there. That makes the game easy.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. And some changes here for the Celtics. Boston's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Pass to Shireman. Here's Walsh. Offline with his 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Barlow. Here's Grimes. The three-pointer is right on target. Grimes has got 8.
Grimes can be hot and cold, but boy, he gets that bucket down from 3.
We've got 1:08 left in the third. Pritchard feeling it out a bit. Launches it. Offensive rebound. Outside Gonzalez. Here's Shireman. 6 to shoot. Out to the wing. Here's Walsh. Misses the 3. The 76ers leading. Pass to Barlow. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And Drummond kicks to Walker. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Brain. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Pass to Walsh to end the run. No good that time. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter.
When you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Quentin Grimes. Also, Trendon Watford is out there. Edwards is out there with Joel Embiid. And it's Barlow in at the 4 slot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Tatum gets the bucket.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
It's stolen by Pritchard. And he converts the layup.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Watford passes to Embiid. Back to Watford. Out to Edwards. Here's Grimes. A three-pointer, no good. The Celtics shooting really well. 54% from the floor. Tatum passes to Pritchard. Back to Tatum. Over Edwards. Tatum, no good.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the lean is probably not the best option on that shot.
Count it. And the 76ers lead by 3.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Right wing, back to Tatum. Here's Walsh. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 6 assists now in the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to Embiid. Back to Watford. Now Grimes. Clock at 6. Inside. It's intercepted. Right side Tatum to take the lead. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backcourt. And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
And again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Pass to Barlow. Now here's Embiid. And he banks in the layup. Embiid's got 20.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Tatum down low. Edwards there. Pass to Sharman. From outside, off the mark. 76ers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. Now, Watford. Six on the shot clock. There's the triple. Shot by Grimes. No good. Boston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. The 3 from Tatum. Barlow grabs the rebound. Barlow's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Edwards. Back to Watford. Good. Nice job down low. Watford's got 4 points in the quarter.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or 2.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
76ers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
Domination, plain and simple. Embiid isn't holding back and is giving the defense all he's got.
Here's Walsh to the right side. That's a 2 from Pritchard. Here's Tatum. Plays it up and banks it in. Tatum's got 59 points.
All quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the 4th.
Watford, that's good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Jason Tatum continues to emerge, guys, as one of the most elite players on both ends. We know on the offensive end he's a dangerous 3-level scorer. He's also capable of locking you up defensively.
And so Tatum nails them both. The 76ers have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the 4th quarter. Terrific shooting. Here's Embiid. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Embiid's got 6 points in the quarter.
This guy has been a key to their success tonight. He's been selective and efficient.
Down kicks to Tatum. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
From deep, George. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
The Celtics with the lead. Tatum outside. Lets loose a 3. Embiid there for the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Knocks down the 3.
He really thrives in high-pressure moments. That's a big-time play.
And so White will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. For three. Down it goes for three.
Derek White, high-pressure situation, no problem.
Philadelphia's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And Derek White picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. He told the guys to stay after it inside. He said our play inside is terrific right now. He said don't lose any of that intensity. Stay strong down there. It's always nice to hear a coach enjoying his team's play. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Just 5 to shoot.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Oubre. Oh, no good on the dunk. The Celtics with the lead. Tatum. Oubre with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of work.
Now Embiid. Yep, that's going to go in.
And in the big moment, Embiid is your guy. He's always ready to go on the attack.
Now here's Tatum. Connects again from distance.
He's scorching hot. Another three.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game. Maxey, what a response. Hitting a three of their own.
Not one to turn down a challenge. Maxey, wow.
Maxey against White. Now Brown. White outside. The three goes down.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Now here's Tatum. Good, that's another bucket.
And what a night. Arguably the best in franchise history.
Tying the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Here's Oubre. 13 feet away. Rebounded by Tatum. And he commits the intentional foul.
Kelly Oubre Jr. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And an intentional foul right there.
Edge code. First personal foul. Third team foul.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
These trips to the foul line are how you protect a lead and grow it. Got to knock these in.
Oubre fires. It's good.
This guy is on fire. Now, defense has got to step up and try to disrupt his rhythm.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Fourth team foul.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, just a great job there. He put the game out of reach.
And the foul on Sam Hauser.
Second personal foul.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Team foul.
Oubre. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And that about wraps it up. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan.
Scott. 6'6", number 7.
Thanks for joining us midweek here. Tonight, we bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Derek White.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. You can make a case, his confidence as well because of this.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. We've got Jalen Wells, Santi Aldama out there with Zach Edey. Then there's Ja Morant, and it's Spencer in at the shooting guard position. And for Boston, Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. White and Brown team up as the backcourt. And it's Hauser in at the 3, the small forward. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
Three-pointer, no good. Outside Morant. To the middle. Here's Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. A quick shot there. It's off target. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. The topic at hand, Ja Morant. His ability to completely dominate at times because he's so athletic and aggressive. Coach said we can't let him live in the lane. We have to keep bodies in front of him and make him work for everything he gets. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. There's Tatum with the 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
No second thoughts from Tatum. Just look, he's ready.
Here's Aldama. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
White, the pass to Queta. Hauser outside. Beyond the arc. And again, Boston with the triple.
Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it. He loves to fill it up from range.
Outside Wells. Back to Morant. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Spencer, no good. Boston's gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Here's Brown. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got 4 rebounds in the game. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Morant finds Edey. That one's good for 2.
The dime courtesy of Morant. I love to play with Ja. He's always looking to move that ball.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Grizzlies?
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
And there's a foul. It's on Sam Hauser. That's his first foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Wells, that's good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Catch the 3 ball to go. Tatum's got 9.
Yeah, stretching that defense all the way to the sideline. Tatum with a nice shot.
A story of 2 halves last season for the Grizzlies, Richard. At the All-Star break, second in the West. But things went south down the stretch.
Yeah, specifically their defense took a turn for the worse. They barely made the postseason and only to get swept by the Thunder.
He still hasn't missed. 4 for 4 to start the game.
It's stolen by Tatum. White for 3. Gets a hand on it. White on the wing. This one for 3. Hauser can't get it to go. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Morant with it, now guarded by White. Wells, the pass to Aldama. Back to Wells. Shot clock at 6. And here's Morant outside. Boston with a rebound. They're getting their first look of the season at the Grizzlies in this one.
Yes, surprised to split the season series last year. These guys have confidence in themselves against anyone they face.
There was a good back and forth between these teams last year. You'd expect it to be a mismatch on paper, but it turned out to be pretty even.
Now here's Morant. His last outing, he had 24 points.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
Takes a three, and the three-pointer goes.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. Taking a look at the Lakers, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where the Celtics are, they've played with a lot of effort over this last stretch. Sometimes that's the only edge you need to beat teams that are similar in talent. They're the class of their division right now.
Outside Tatum, left side White, launches it. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now. And so Moran will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Trailing by 2. To win the drought. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
He's someone opposing defenses have a hard time game planning for.
The kick to Tatum. Puts up a 3. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
White with the steal. And Boston pushing it up now. And he's going for the lob. Oh, stolen by Morant. Pass to Edie. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Tatum. Still in the early stages of the season here. But some people are already talking about MVP and Rookie of the Year grade.
You know, I think it's a little early for that. I mean, those decisions are a long way off. But, you know, B.A., I guess it never hurts to take a peek.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Queta. Walsh comes in for Jason Tatum. Shireman's checked in for Hauser. And Pritchard is subbed in for Derek White. Here's Spencer. Yet to see a basket. To the paint. Tipped. Lays out. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touch by Pritchard.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. Jerome comes in for Wells. And the dunk by Edie.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Now here's Pritchard. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. A nice shot by Walsh.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Pass to Spencer. Let's go with a 3. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
Here's Vucevic. 4-3. Spencer grabs the miss. Outside Morant. Jerome attacking. The 3 is up. Misses another. Just 1 of 4 from the floor.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break of mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Grizzlies trail by 3. Here's Morant. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
3-pointer Pritchard. Fires the 3. The rebound by Edie. Edie's got his 6th rebound on the night. And the call will be against Peyton Pritchard. That's his first foul. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston.
4th team foul.
We've got 1:23 left to play in the first. Caldwell Pope against Tatum. Vucevic with a steal. 3-on-3. Here's Shireman. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard.
Boston foul.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Boston.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
Here's Shireman. No points so far. On the wing, Tatum. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. Here's Walsh. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Jackson can't get it to go. Boston trailing. Right side, Pritchard. Tatum against Caldwell Pope. Tatum can't hit.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Jerome feeling it out a bit. Pass to Caldwell Pope. And it's off from three-point range. A big-time effort for Zach Edey, providing a lot of energy for Memphis. Dominating on the glass. What a quarter. And more NBA action on 2K Sports. Coming your way right after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
They've got Nikola Vucevic. Peyton Pritchard is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Walsh in at the 4. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. The floor is space for the Celtics, Richard. And they've launched threes at a record pace.
And when those shots are falling, they are tough to beat. But they live by the 3, die by the 3. Some say they settle when the shot's not falling.
And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. The Grizzlies last season retired the jersey number of the grind father, defensive ace Tony Allen, the player who coined the grit and grind motto that came to define the franchise in the 2010s. Allen was a perennial all-defense selection in Memphis, and his hard-nosed play set the tone. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Now here's Tatum, coming off an unbelievable high-scoring game. A nice shot by Walsh. Walsh has got 6 points.
Good work by Tatum, keeping his options open. He knew he had that kick out if he needed.
Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. Back to Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Boston from deep. Tatum can't hit.
After scoring with ease in the first quarter, he's really cooled down a bunch here.
Pass to Prosper. Back to Jerome. And he buries his first look.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And with this pause, let's take a look at the teams that have generated the most offense on the break this season. The 4th spot held by the Celtics.
When it comes to transition play, this team outperforms most others. They've got a lot of speedy players, and they use them well.
Tatum from long range. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
And it's Morant missing. Boston has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Outside Pritchard. There's the 3. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. And now a 3-point Celtic lead.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And here's Morant outside.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Tatum passes to Pritchard. Off the mark there with a 3.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Morant, he's open. And that's his 3rd bucket at 8 attempts.
In motion, Morant's shooting ability is solid. But when he's this set up, it's outstanding.
Tatum from long range. Memphis with a rebound. Morant's got 4 rebounds now. Jackson for 3. The rebound by Jason Tatum. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Boston Celtics, coming off that win against the Sixers.
Yeah, they connected from outside all game, and the defense had absolutely no answer for it.
And you talk to coaches around the league, and they'll tell you sometimes the ball just goes in. It's as simple as that.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Tatum from long range gets the three to fall. Tatum's got 8 here in this quarter.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Outside for Morant. Oh, Morant sinks the triple.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
After years of being a fringe rotation player, RJ, Ty Jerome has had a surprise emergence.
Yeah. Just had by far his best season in the league, and he's proven to be a guy that can come in and run the show and be extremely efficient.
And so Tomas Isolo calls the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
Yeah, missing from the line became contagious. That happened. They just picked the worst time to do it.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Edey's checked in. Pass to Jerome. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, a debate is brewing. While the NBA has pushed back against load management, saying it's an 82-game league, prominent voices on the team side countering that. With much more movement on every possession, modern play style places novel demands on players' bodies.
A serious challenge. Okay, Shams, thanks for that report. And so it's Memphis with it, following the 3 by Boston. Jerome drives in. Here's Aldama. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Here's Morant, following the 3 by Boston. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his 3rd foul so far.
And there's just 1 foul now away from the penalty.
Spencer's checked in for Memphis.
Substitution.
And so it's Memphis with it. 4-point game. Aldama outside. Pass to Edey. 5 on the clock. Aldama outside. Here's the 3. Boston pulls it in. Cater's got 4 rebounds in the game. The Celtics have gotten 8 of 12 attempts to drop since the beginning of the second. Tatum from long range. Grizzlies with the rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Spencer. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Edey. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket. Edey's got 12 points.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
Here's Spencer. Still without a bucket. Down low. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. It's all knotted up.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Checked in for Tatum. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at the Celtics. They currently hold the 4th best record in the conference.
Well, right now for Boston, when you think about it, everyone expected them to be an elite team. Now, obviously, they've had problems thus far, but there's still a lot of time left for them to turn this season around.
And it's early. A lot of teams battle adversity in the first part of the season. It's just a matter of getting through it and not getting discouraged.
Here's Morant, following the bucket by the Celtics. And it's in there. Morant's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
You know, for a team that's had deep playoff runs almost every year recently, the Celtics fell short last season on Jay.
Well, injuries and other factors played into that. But there's so much parity in the NBA right now. There is no team invincible come playoff time.
There's a minute 59 left in the first half. Here's Brown.
And what's surprising, during the second quarter, he hasn't really looked like himself. You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
They now take the lead. Wells has got 6.
In the NBA, you let anyone shoot inside 5 feet. You're putting yourself at a disadvantage.
Pass to Hauser. 3-pointer. Cleared away by Wells. Memphis leading. Outside Morant. Back to Wells. From downtown. Tatum pulls it in. And for Boston, they're shooting 40% from the field in this one. White, the pass to Pritchard. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
That one goes in. And now it's a 4-point Memphis lead.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
Here's Pritchard, and it's blocked by Edey. Now here's Wells, defended by Brown. Pass to Edey. Takes a step back. Morant. Fantastic finish inside by Morant.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Boston's shooting 45% here in the second. Pritchard with it. Guarded by Morant. To halt the run. Memphis with a rebound. Wells has got 4 rebounds now.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
And again, it's Ja Morant. Morant's got 19 points.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Pass to Hauser. White for 3. 3-pointer goes up. 3-pointer goes down for White. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Grizzlies out in front. They're up by 5. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Thanks for joining.
If I could highlight one area where they should spend more time, actually it's already painted. Get into the post, take easier shots.
And time now to swing it around as we take a look at the upcoming schedule. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
On the court right now for the Grizzlies, they've got Ja Morant, Jalen Wells out there with Santi Aldama. Then there's Zach Edey, and it's Spencer in at the shooting guard position.
And you see the unselfishness from Morant, wanting to share that ball with any open teammate.
Celtics trail by 7. White, the pass to Tatum. Here's Hauser. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists in the game.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Back to Aldama. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Wells, that's good. Wells has got 9.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Connects from downtown.
He's been a bright spot in their play today, but he could really use some help.
White against Moran. Shoots over White. Rebound Boston. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to Keita. And here's Tatum for three. And again, Boston with the triple.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
And so Tomas Isolo calls the timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Looking at the Grizzlies last year, all of their top 14 players and minutes played were in their 20s.
Yeah, in some ways it's a good thing. Bodes well for the future, but I think they could use some veteran leadership at times. It's a tough balance between youth and experience.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Outside White. The kick to Tatum for the tie. Good! Another from three.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been.
Yeah, moving alongside Curry's mark from 2016. That was the top spot until Clay took it.
Shoots. The putback. Here's Edey, deflected by Brown.
And Brown is a smart defender, solid at positioning himself for block shots.
Pass to Keita, right side Tatum. White on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Boston needs to get off a shot here. And here's Brown for three.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Pass to Spencer. Moran against White. Shot clock at 5. Deflected by Tatum.
You can't throw that weak stuff up around Tatum because he will put it right back in your face.
Outside White. Brown attacking. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Brown's got his second bucket of the night.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
Pass to Wells. And here's Morant outside. And another miss by Memphis. Boston on offense. They're on a 14-5 run. White for three. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Into the lane. And here's Morant outside. The rebound, Celtics. Brown's got his 4th rebound in this one. White on the wing. There's Tatum with the three. Spencer grabs the miss.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. John Morant looking to lead the way. He said, I set the tone. My teammates feed off of it, and I love to compete. That's how we all grew up, playing on the blacktop outside, competing at a high level when there was no cameras around. Back over to you, Brian.
He's got that alpha mentality. Allie, thanks for the report. A nice shot by Tatum.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Jerome's checked in for John Morant. All right, let's take a moment to appreciate some of the NBA's toughest defensive teams. The Celtics in second.
Where this team really makes an impact is on the defensive end. They're a unified front that doesn't make it easy at all to find open looks.
Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
Brown finds Tatum. And again for three.
And of course it falls for him. And that three pushing him into the record books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. A night we'll never forget.
Yeah, amazing indeed. 14 triples alongside Captain Clay Thompson, that is.
Wells, pass to Jerome. Edey Edey with a screen on White. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Edey, that's good.
There is no chance that this game is tied up without his offensive firepower.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. He might have seen something he needs to review with his guys. And some changes here for the Celtics. Vucevic, he's checked in for Queta. Shireman comes in for Hauser. And Pritchard is subbed in for White. And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Outside, Brown. Fires from the wing. The rebound by Edey. Memphis has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Wells, the pass to Jerome. Inside. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Great chemistry on display. He understood.
Connects again from distance.
And that is a three that will put him in the record books.
The most triples ever in a game. History being made.
And Klay Thompson's mark of 14 is finally bested. What a shooting display.
Here's Jerome. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Celtics have gone 8 of 13 in the second half. Pritchard. Soft touch off the glass. And it's a 3-point Boston lead.
Some slippage at the defensive end here in the second half, allowing the offense to establish more of a rhythm.
Yes, Peyton Pritchard doing it at the NBA level. But he was a beast in the college range too, Richard.
All-time leader in games played, minutes, and assists in his conference. The only player to reach 1,900 points, 600 assists, and 500 rebounds in the conference. You know, that's pretty tough.
They're fortunate to be leading after shooting below 40% in the first half.
Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Brown with the steal. Pass to Tatum. Here's Shireman. He's covered by Wells. Now Tatum. 6 to shoot. Brown finds Pritchard. Tatum from long range. And it's good. He hits another one.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Grizzlies trail by 9. Ooh, poked away. Pritchard with a steal. Launches it from deep. Cleared away by Wells. Wells has got his 5th rebound in this one.
One thing they've done well tonight, and that's rebounding.
To the inside. And the dunk by Edey.
Well, I guess we can give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Outside Tatum. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Kick out to Brown. Shot is up. Memphis with a rebound.
And they're winning, but it hasn't been because of him. He can't throw it in the ocean so far.
On the wing, Tatum. He's covered by Jerome. Now here's Tatum. Non-stop scoring machine right here. Over Jerome. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Boston closing out. And we return to the action as the single-game record for three-pointers is being rewritten.
Give this man his flowers. He is putting on a game for the ages.
We've got Jason Tatum. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Peyton Pritchard. And it's Shireman in at the 2-guard spot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's Morant. Lays it up and banks it in. Morant's got 21.
Closer in. Look, let me just tell you, Morant, he's going to find a way to score. He just has such a fantastic touch around the rim.
And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
Also, they were ultra consistent from outside, hitting a high percentage of those shots tonight.
Ja slices through. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 24 points for him.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
That's to Shireman. And it's Tatum missing.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Here's Morant. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Out to the right wing. Here's Walsh. Back to Tatum. Pass to Walsh. The 3 is up. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 5 assists tonight.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots. Nice job to go at the rack and force the foul.
The free throw drops for Clark. Boston making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Edie's checked in for Memphis. Well, Richard, some stars are the system, but Jason Tatum is often admired as a selfless system player.
Yeah, Jason enjoys being a piece of the greater puzzle. He doesn't need to have everything run through him, and I know that makes his teammates happy.
And stolen by Brown. And Boston pushing it up now. And again, Boston with the triple.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. On the wing, Tatum puts it up. Another one falls. Amazing.
I mean, just a magnificent showing for him offensively. Buckets coming in rapid succession.
And get this, he's now tied for 3rd most 60-point games in league history. Here's Jackson. Yep, that one goes.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
Celtics lead by 10. Outside Tatum. Jacks up a 3. Good! Another from 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
Tatum with a steal. Outside Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. Can he keep it going? And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Tatum's got 13 points in this quarter. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the 4th. Down low. Here's Edie. And the dunk by Edie.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. Pass to Walsh. Now Tatum, defended by Jackson. Pulls it from the corner. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 67 points for Jason Tatum.
Ooh, he's been the guy tonight. Really impressive performance.
Grizzlies trail by 15. And here's Morant outside. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got 6 rebounds in the game. And got it! Another basket! Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
And Boston with some changes. Cadiz checked in for Vucevic. Hauser comes in for Walsh. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. Then for Memphis, Aldama's checked in for Clark. Wells comes in for Jackson. And Spencer's subbed in for Jerome. Wells, he buries it from 3. Wells has got 13 points here in the second half alone. White, the pass to Tatum. And Edie with a block. Outside Wells. Pass to Morant. It's tipped. Tatum from long range. Hits yet again. Wow.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
White against Morant. White with the steal.
Good instincts to read the path and get in a position to pick it off.
Good! That's another bucket!
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time great individual performances in league history.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
Offensive rebound. Second chance effort. And again.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. White with a steal. On the wing, Hauser. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. White against Morant. White, the pass to Tatum. And Grant, many of the newer will good. He hits again.
That score moving him clear into third, all time for scoring.
Well, you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished.
He's surpassed Wilt Chamberlain's less famous scoring mark from 1961, and Kobe Bryant now in his sights.
Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of it. And good! There's another!
He is ripping through this defense and continues his assault on the record books.
And that score moves him into second place for most points in a game.
And to think he has eclipsed Kobe's mark of 81 and now has his sights set on 100. This is a game we'll be talking about for decades. Now, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Outside Wells. Morant. Shots blocked! And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Queta. Walsh comes in for Hauser. Shireman's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Peyton Pritchard in for White. Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Celtics.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
VA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And with this performance, they'll have claimed their 8th win of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And what a huge performance it was for Jason Tatum.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Here's Morant, and he banks in the layup.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
Too little, too late. That final score will look way closer than how this game actually played out.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Edey. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Wells misses. Here's Pritchard, outside Tatum. Fires in the triple.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Second personal foul.
Here's Morant.
Team foul. Coming onto the floor from the Celtics.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not.
All right, thanks, Allie. And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Moments away, it'll be the Los Angeles Clippers going up against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. Here we can check out the score for Darius Garland.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. In the post, it's going to be Collins and Lopez. Out on the perimeter, we'll see Beal and Leonard. And it's Garland in at the point guard position. There's Garland, and he uses the glass on the lane. We know these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
Pass to Leonard. To the middle. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist from Leonard.
Vintage Lopez, using his size in the lane, maintaining that balance offensively.
Pound kicks to Tatum. It's White on the wing. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Well, this offense is off to an outstanding start. They're communicating, executing, and finding great shots.
Connects from three-point range.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Tatum passes to White. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. 10 points for Derek White.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Here's Leonard, and that one drops.
Such a strong wing. Kawhi can more than handle his own down low.
The kick out to Tatum. And again, it's Boston with a 3.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Beal gets a wide open look. No good on the triple.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
And here's Brown outside, and no good. Great D that time from Leonard. And GA, you think about high skill level offensive players. Darius Garland near the very top of that list.
Well, the son of an NBA point guard in Winston Garland, Darius has been preparing for this level his entire life. And his offensive package is as polished as anyone.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. The two-way star Kawhi Leonard was at the top of the coach's mind. He told me we've seen Kawhi win those finals MVPs because at his best, he is as good as anyone in the world. Leonard doesn't just score it, he can also shut down your best wing. It's really tough facing him. Guys, back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're down in 9th place so far, still early in the season.
Yeah, and I think the Clippers, what a lackluster start to the season it's been for them. Where are the championship contenders that we've grown accustomed to seeing?
Well, with that said, they could be a sleeping giant. If they can get it together, watch out.
Garland kicks to Collins. Pass to Leonard. Shoots over Hauser. And Leonard gets it to go.
You set him up more often than not. Leonard will knock him down.
White with it. Now Beal defending. Outside Tatum. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Tatum's got 9.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
The wide open look here for Garland. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Leonard finds Lopez.
Standing over 7 feet, Lopez is such a huge guy. Plus, you throw in his intelligence, Brook is tough to match up with.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
Jones checked in for the Clippers. A nice shot by Tatum.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Garland against White. Bounce pass from Garland. 9 feet out, and Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Garland. 6 points for Kawhi Leonard.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Beal can't get it to go. Celtics leading by 11. To Hauser. The 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
Against Beal. Pass to Hauser. Just 5 on the clock. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. One thing you can say about this Clippers organization, GA, resources will never be a problem.
Yeah, passionate and deep-pocketed leadership. You throw in the market size, and even if they're not the glamour franchise in LA, they're no longer resigned to second fiddle.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's ready to talk things through with them. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's White. Hits the three-point bomb. White's got 13 points.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in the zone. Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
The inbound. Here's Jones. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
2 minutes.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
The 3 from Tatum. It's rebounded by Leonard. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 6. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. 2 teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
This is a potential finals preview. As good as it gets early in the season.
And here's Tatum for 3. And it's Mathurin with the rebound. Clippers trail by 4. Done outside. Pass to Leonard. 6 to shoot. And the layup is good. He's got 11.
Slick move by the Claw. A forward, he handles the ball like a guard.
Tatum passes to White. The Celtics working the ball around now. Tatum with another miss. On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 14-6 run. Back to Mathurin, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And one of the better athletes in his draft class, Mathurin, with quick lift off the floor and then the power to hammer it home.
On to White. A 3. 6 for 6. He's hit the miss from the field.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Now Pritchard. Nothing on the board. And here's Tatum for three. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Celtics. They kept... And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor. It really helps your offense.
Here are the five the Clippers have to start the second. They've got Benedict Mathurin. Miller is out there with Derek Jones. And there's Jackson. And it's Garland in at the point guard. Pritchard with a wide-open look. And the three off target. Tries to save it. Clippers trail by 4. Inside. Kicks it out to Garland. Back to Jones. And it's slammed in by Jones.
With how well Garland scores it, in that pick and roll, the roller should always be open.
Outside Tatum. Fires the three. Tatum from 3.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. The Clippers last season inaugurating the Intuit Dome after for years sharing an arena with the Lakers. Kawhi Leonard said it helps having a home base for you rather than being a roommate. Coach Tyronn Lue said it feels so good to have a place to call your own and just call home. Back to you, Kevin.
And looking to protect it. Okay, thank you, Allie. Boston leading by 5. Pritchard with the ball. Still yet to score. From downtown. And it's Mathurin with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Jones, the pass to Mathurin. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Shireman pulls it down.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
And sometimes, Stan, lost in everything he has done for his team, Jason Tatum is one heck of a playmaker.
Yeah, Kevin, I think what happens to guys like Tatum when they come into the league is because he can score the ball, and that's such an important skill, we tend to focus on his scoring. But Jason Tatum has become a better playmaker in his time in the league. He's become a better defender and a better rebounder. This guy excels at everything.
Isaiah Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Leonard comes in for Miller. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
Pritchard passes the ball. Over Mathurin, and it's Brown missing. And Mathurin has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. This one for 3. They get it again. Shoots the 3. Here's Jackson. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Over in the corner, Brown. No good from outside.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Jackson. The layup missed. The Celtics with the lead. Pass to Vucevic. Outside Tatum. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Tatum. Got 26.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Garland, the pass to Leonard. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Boston leading by 4. Here's Shireman. top Tatum. Defended by Mathurin. Pritchard passes to Tatum. Over Mathurin. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Mathurin, good.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
So, for the Clippers, Collins comes in for Jackson, and Beal subbed in for Benedict Mathurin. Jones against Tatum. Here's the 3, and it's White missing. It's a close game here in Boston. Beal finds Garland. Back to Beal. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And it's Leonard missing. The Celtics shooting at 50% in a decent group. Tatum gets it inside.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
And here's Leonard from 3. The rebound by Tatum. Celtics leading by 4. And here's Tatum for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Hauser with the ball. Garland picks him up. Goes up.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play. Brought to you by AT&T.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. Los Angeles with another miss. Celtics leading by 11. And White kicks to Brown. Queta, the pass to White. Here's Hauser. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Clipper shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Beal. Takes it inside.
Once Beal gets going on the bounce, it's almost an automatic 2-point.
Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Brown outside. And it's Hauser in the corner. Pass to Brown from deep. And it's Darius Garland with the rebound. Garland's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. White, good.
Yeah, we've seen White's confidence as a scorer grow over time, which is why he stays aggressive when he catches fire.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Brook Lopez is checked in for the Clippers. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Garland. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
Well, look, their ball security has been non-existent. They have to calm down and do a better job taking control of the ball.
The Celtics making a switch here. Richards checked in. To the left wing. Outside Mathurin. Here's Lopez. Nails the baby hook. Lopez has got 5 points so far.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Steps back. Left tray. Beal can't get it to go.
He may have had too much time to think about it.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Brown. Takes a 3. Collins grabs the miss.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort.
That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Kawhi Leonard. The Celtics shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. There's 14 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Outside, White. Shot clock at 6. No good on the 3. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. Back right after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready.
Well, let's be honest. They haven't taken this game seriously, and the score just reflects it.
Yeah, shooting below. All right, fellas. Let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule. Thanks for spending halftime with us.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
On the block, it's Tatum with Tatum. The guard pair, it's White and Brown. And it's Hauser in at the 3 spot. That's the Boston 5. Here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
Well, this is what happens when you give Lopez this kind of positioning inside. What a dunk.
Lots of layers to it, Coach, but what is the best part of Jason Tatum's game, in your opinion?
Wow, now that's a tough question, Kevin, because this guy can do it all. I would say what the best part of Tatum's game is, he can create whatever shot he needs at any given time. He's got the ball handling skills and the shot making ability to get where he needs to go and then finish the play.
It's a teardrop. Got a hand on it. And the whistle stops gameplay. It's not a clean block shot. Instead, a shooting foul. And we'll see free throws coming up right here. The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Outside Tatum. And he finishes nicely on the layup. 33 points for Jason Tatum.
Well, we've come to expect this from Tatum. Just so good at taking over games all by himself.
Beal with it. Outguarded by Tatum. On deep, Collins. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Boston leading by 15. Out to White. For the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. White's got a pair of threes now here in the 3rd for the Celtics.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. I know some would classify Derek White as underrated. Dan, what's your read on him?
Well, Kevin, I would say he was underrated for a long time, but now I think we've all gotten smarter, and we all realize Derek White is one of the best guards in this league, period. I don't think he's underrated anymore, and I just think it took us a long time to catch up with how good he is.
And in terms of efficiency, Greg, very little has changed with Kawhi Leonard.
In multiple years, he's been close to making the 50-40-90 club. A high-usage player who gets to his spots and also takes great care of the ball.
Well, you see why teams try to avoid fouling him. They're basically giving away points.
And there before you are the teams that have been absolutely red hot for the last 10 games. The Clippers 3rd.
Well, their offensive efficiency was really impressive during the last month. They're looking to carry that momentum into this one.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
Beal taking his time here. And it's Leonard at the elbow. Collins setting the pick for Garland. The wide open look here for Lopez. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Leonard, that's for 2. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
And it's White missing. Clippers trail by 19. And Beal kicks to Garland. Shoots over White. Garland, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Al LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks. John Collins grew up playing soccer goaltender. He said, quote, "I've always had good hands, but goaltending helped my reaction time, being able to track the ball at fast speeds. It's an important thing for guards to trust the big fella that he can catch and finish." Back to you.
Terrific report. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. And finished off by Brown.
One of the smoother athletes in the game. Brown just sort of glides up court in transition.
Outside Beal. Back to Garland. Outside Leonard from the arc. And Boston with the rebound.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
And it's White missing. Clippers trail by 21. Here's Garland. And the Clippers miss again. Boston's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Los Angeles has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3.
Oh, nice pass there. Garland with the great vision.
Celtics leading by 22. White with it. Garland picks him up. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Garland with a screen on Brown. Bounce pass from Beal. Outside Leonard. He gets it in there. Leonard's got 25 points.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Tatum passes to White. Beyond the arc. Jason Tatum again from deep.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And finished off by Collins.
Using his size inside. Collins refusing to settle for the layup and elects the dunk instead. His scoring is a big reason why they're up right now. Let's see if they can close it out.
Lets it go from 11. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Three-pointer. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 6 assists in the game.
Lots of development work has gone into Brown's three-pointer.
Kicks it out to Collins. 2 minutes. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. It's Brown on the wing. Off target from three-point range.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Beal the pass to Collins. Driving in, and then Collins slams it in.
He can slam it with the best of them. Collins with an all-star weekend-worthy dunk there.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Garland with the bucket.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there's more in store.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Boston. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the third best record in the conference.
And I think for Boston, they've been taking no prisoners here in the early part of the season. It's been a very fast start and a lot of focus for this group.
Yeah, and it's to no one's surprise. This is a well-run, well-coached organization. They have a strong culture. They're going to be a tough out for anyone.
And done with the slam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Oh, another huge night for Tatum. One of the top scorers in the NBA. Jason beats you in so many different ways.
Miller dishes to Jackson. Mathurin passes to Jackson. Drops in the layup for two. Jackson's got his second bucket.
Look, that's an opportunity you don't pass up.
And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for the Celtics. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Outside Tatum. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, they've got Jones. Garland is out there with Benedict Mathurin. Then it's Miller, and it's Jackson at the foul, roaming the paint.
He is cold-blooded, drops the dagger, piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Kicks it out to Garland. Lets it go from deep. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of that.
And yep, another basket.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Garland against Pritchard. Here's Mathurin, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans. It's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
Gonzalez, he's checked in for Boston. LA's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Tries the spin move. Mathurin. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
And the second free throw, good.
And I like the drive of this kid. Mathurin, really a team player.
Pritchard from outside, and it's Mathurin with the rebound. Mathurin's got rebound number 5 here tonight, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Vucevic.
Yeah, the defender all over.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with their transition buckets.
And not just that, they're also forcing turnovers at a high rate and taking advantage in transition.
Garland, that's for 2. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Clippers ball. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And he makes that one.
Pure determination here, guys. A fourth quarter run that has them looking better and better as we get ready for the stretch run.
Pritchard passes to Walsh. Over Jones. Hits the front of the rim and out. On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 10-2 run here. Garland, rebound by the Celtics.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Pass to Gonzalez. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
Clippers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Another miss by Garland.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Using his unique perspective, Vucevic sees the whole floor and finds the open shooter.
To the inside. Walsh can't get it to go.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Jackson gets the bucket.
And some serious ingenuity from Leonard there. He sees the opening and then just makes the right read.
Right block shot. Here's Walsh. And it's off from three-point range.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Mathurin, good.
The size and quickness of Mathurin is a deadly combination.
Pritchard against Garland. Pass to Walsh. Out to the right wing. Here's Shireman. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
The three from Garland. Kept alive. Outside Leonard. Jacks up a three. Drills it from outside. Leonard's got 28 points for the game.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
And we got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. John Collins, he's checked in for the Clippers. And Beal comes in for Benedict Mathurin. Brown outside. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Boy, he's really turned it around since the break. In a bit of a rhythm.
Outside, Beal. It's up a three. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland.
Terrific response by Beal. This demonstrates what a competitor he is.
White. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Really starting to attack on the interior here, showing a much more physical presence here in the second half.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. And just as players, Greg, have used technology to train, it sounds like officials are now doing the same thing.
Yeah, whether it's the training app on their phones or VR headsets, cameras tracking their positioning on the floor, and even where they're looking, we'll see how much of a difference all this tech makes.
The three from Garland. The rebound by the Celtics. Cada's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
First personal foul.
And that one falls for White.
We'll talk about a guy who gives you exceptional effort. Derek White is always watching the floor for gaps he can fill, places he can make a difference in the game.
Now here's Leonard. And the Clippers miss again. It's White on the wing, guarded by Garland. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 7-game road trip continues for them. That'll be game number 3.
Gritty bucket in close. Collins finding an opening.
Outside Tatum. Connects again from distance.
Hey guys, this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for 3rd now, most threes in a game.
The points, GA, just keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from beyond the arc. Yep, it counts. Garland's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. A three from Leonard. The rebound by Cada. Cada's got 9 rebounds now tonight. The kick out to Tatum. Good! Another from 3.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking him down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
There's the three. He got it again. Sensational.
And he has all the tools and the desire.
Now tied for second most 60-point games. What a career he's had. My goodness.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Boston.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jason Tatum.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
The Celtics making a switch here.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
Pass to Beal. Back to Collins. Now here's Lopez. Vucevic defending. Outside Beal. Three-pointer. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Over in the corner, Pritchard. And here's Vucevic. He's guarded by Collins. Out to Gonzalez. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know